Hey, what is up, guys? And welcome back to another Magic the Gathering online league. We're back with Eldrazi Tron on the play for Game 1 against Dart, who I believe will be on Energy. Sacred Foundry would support that. It's a Ragavan, so I will K-command the Ragavan down. Actually, TKS looks pretty good here. Good blocker. We get to suss out whether or not they have a Galvanic Discharge 2 Blood Moon main. Fresh hell. I mean, I'll take the Discharge so we can block the Rog. I'm really glad that we can block the Rog here because that would have been a turn 2 Blood Moon. That would have been absolutely backbreaking. Criminy. There's a Flooded Strand. Fetch down to 17. Do you play Bombardment or Voice? There's the Voice, so I think I'm going to need to K-command the Voice, right? So that way they can't Bombardment down. Yeah. Draw. So we're going to ramp and exile so we can play around the moon. And Voice down. And at this point we'll pass. Thankfully the Flesh Rake will help play around the moon. Do you find a land for the moon on 3? Yep, you did. Another basic plains or mountain. Plains and moon. That is fine, honestly. Because we have enough spawns to support this. We can go Flesh Rake, and Mind Stone. And draw. Lab. Play the lab. So Flesh Rake number 1. Flesh Rake number 2. And the Mind Stone's mana neutral. So we'll cast the Mind Stone. That's actually mana positive now I think about it. We're 1 short of the Karn, but we can attack with the TKS here, apply pressure. Down to 6. You have a Bombardment and Moon. Opponent will scoop it up. We'll take the win. Alright, solid win against Energy for game 1. Let's take a look here. So we definitely want the Swamp still. Vaccine Bubble, not so much. Soul Guide, yes. Flutes, yes. Dismember, yes. So what do we want to bring in here? Maybe a Walking Ballista? Either that or a Stonebrand. I'm thinking Ballista. And run it back. Alright, so we're going to be on the draw for game 2. That is once opponent has decided. I mean, if they want to say have me be on the play, I'm not going to complain. That's an option too. One day, I think, is there ever going to be a day where you want to choose to be on the draw rather than on the play in Modern? The meta would have to shift so much for that to ever happen, because the meta is so fast right now where the play-draw win rate disparity is so significant, where I don't think you can ever really choose to be on the draw. I guess if Dredge were to become good, maybe. Go, draw a card, pitch a card for Dredge. I don't know, maybe they unban Golgari Grave Troll. Maybe that's how Dredge will get to always want to be on the draw. I'll keep this. We have some good hits off top. We'll pass. So we have 8 hits for Tron lands, and then we also have 8 hits for Soul lands. The Ragavan on turn 1 is actually really rough, though, I will admit, because now they can turn 2 Blood Moon me. So now, do I want to see a... I think a Lab or Dismember would be best. Lab or Dismember, yeah. Draw. TKS is not a Alright, we'll pass. I still need some lands here. Ragavan hits. Of course, Ragavan's going to pilfer a soul land. Guaranteed. I mean, we have 16 hits here, so... Karn. Okay, Karn's fine. Thankfully, don't have the mana to cast it. Prison on map. That's kind of rude. I'll eventually get that back unless you have a Guide of Souls, which you don't. Parlor Surveil. And draw. Well, once again, we're here playing the odds, and the odds are playing us. Static Prison trigger. Because we have how many lands left in deck? 23. We've drawn 2 cards and whiffed both. And there's the mine. I mean, I still would have liked it. That way I could have played a Mine Stone, but I really do need a soul land here. Draw. Alright, we'll pass. What am I pitching now? Karn? Karn seems probably the worst here. We'll pass. Because I think once we reach, like, what, 4 or 5 draws, it's pretty much like a 99% chance of a land. I guess then again, the Ragavan did pilfer a land, so now we're down to 22. 21. God damn it. Ragavan, why? Why must you pilfer my cards? Draw. Hey, it's a power plant, look at that. Maybe we're not dead. Mind Stone and pass. So we're gonna get... Oh, maybe I should have actually kept the frickin' lands up for the map. Shoot, I just realized that I'm getting the map back. Yep. I should have kept the lands up for the map. That's my mistake. I'm not even sure it's gonna matter. Nope, it definitely isn't. Okay. So now what? What am I down to? I'm down to 3. I think I need a soul land for a K command. And even that might not be enough. Draw. Nope. Alright, I'll concede. So Molten Rain, Blood Moon, maybe no Charmal then. I will cut the Gemstone, we'll bring in Chalice, and run it back. So Molten Rain, Blood Moon, probably no Charmal if they're running Molten Rain. That would be my guess, at least. On the play for game 3. I mean, we'll keep it. I mean, they play a Ragavan on 1, we'll dismember it. We can dig a bit deeper with Devourer. As we land in Ugin, it should be GG's. So Ugin's our go-to card. Sarah 7 Death, our probably second best card. But it's all reliant on us actually hitting Tron. Opponents think about their opening hand pretty hard here, so maybe it's a bit risky. How many times I've cast Fleshraker? I actually have a number for that. I had someone in chat ask me how many times I've cast Fleshraker in my lifetime. I can find out that number. I think I'm gonna grab Cyrus 7 Death here, yeah? Yeah. Power plant. Map. Pass. And pass. Again, if they Ragavan turn 1, we have to dismember it. Guide of Souls do not care whatsoever. We draw. Tower and pass. So we're just going to Windmill Slam the Sire 7th and say, do you have a Static Prison? That is their only out, I think. Static Prison and maybe a Thraben Charm. And Johnny. Yes. Johnny will trigger. So, always yield for the Guide of Souls. Johnny will resolve. Guide of Souls does its thing, and we'll move to end step. We'll take 1 down to 19. Yep. As much as I do want to get rid of the Johnny of Devour, I think going for the Sire is correct here. So we're going to grab a mine and draw. Karn. Karn is interesting, but let's start with a Sire and say, all right, what you got, friend? You're playing 2 Static Prison, maybe 2 Thraben Charms. So you have 4 outs in your deck for Sire 7 Death. And you do have it. So now we can now devour it, which is the good news, right? So we can devour the prison, and this means they don't have Blood Moon or Molten Rain. So that's the good news, right? Take some beats. Guide of Souls doing its thing. And passing, drawing another tower. In that case, we're going to start with a Flesh Rake. And then Devour of Destiny. Triggers. Target the Static Prison, yield all, and always yield. And I think at that point, that's the game. I don't foresee any way out. Now they're down to 3 outs for Sire. They're down to 9 life with Glaring Flesh Rake. We can dismember a Johnny at instant speed. I guess we could have Mind Stone first, yeah. That is true. We should have Mind Stone first. Gotten 1 more mana out of it. Would have been any downside to doing so? I don't think so. No. No, there wouldn't have been. Because Mind Stone's mana neutral. Yeah. Always, I think, I will say, I quite literally, when I'm not playing, like, really mindfully, I definitely do not always think about Flesh Raker as a discount. And sometimes don't always pay attention to how much mana I have after I cast. Because, yeah, Mind Stone's mana neutral. Since it generates a mana, it generates a spawn. I don't think it's going to matter in the long run, but it would have objectively been better for me to do that. Flage. Flage do what? What does Flage do? Does it try and flip a Johnny? Or does it hit Flesh Raker? I don't think it matters though, right? I think they just lose. Yeah, opponent came to the same conclusion. All right, so yeah, a little bit of a missequence there. Definitely should have played the Mind Stone first for sure. All right, well, we'll be back for match number 2. All right, we're back for match 2 on the draw for game 1. I'll keep. We're looking for TKS, Flesh Rake, K Command. Some good options here. There's the K Command, there's Flesh Rake. I think I'd take the K Command, though, because that enables a turn 3 Devourer. And also is pretty flexible into the majority of decks. So we'll go Temple, pass. Flooded Strand, fetch, surveil. Ooh. Whenever I see a turn 1 Hedge Maze, I always... Yeah, Veil of Summer. Okay, this is 1010% Neobrand. We need to get Karn out into Grafdigger's Cage ASAP, basically. That's kind of my out here. They also could possibly have the turn 2 OTK. Let's see. There's 1000% Neobrand. They also kept 7, which really concerns me. But if they had the win, I feel like... Oh, okay, never mind. They had the win. Pack number 1 for a rider. Disciple of Freyalise. Oh, they need the land. Oh. Okay. Now what? You can go rider Neoform, but then you have the OTK with Galta Xenagos. Or are you just hoping that you draw into Consign with Grizzlebrand? There's a rider. Pitch in 2. Rider Planet Genesis. There's the Neoform. Yeah, I really do despise Neobrand. I think if, like, a lot of people complain about decks, I'll play Mill all day, I'll play Titan all day. I think the deck that I truly hate the most is Neobrand, I'll be honest. It just feels like no matter what you do, it doesn't matter. Because now I just hope that they don't find a consign, right? That's all I have to do. Is in the top 14 cards, they cannot find a consign. I mean, we'll pass in full. Did you find a consign? They packed for a Freyalise because they lacked a land. Alright. So now we draw. Play Temple. Oh, hold on. I have a play. I need to find a flute. If I find a flute, I can win. Hold up. X equals 2. Show me a flute. I need a flute. Nope, neither of these. Bottom. Draw. Damn it. All right. I pass. Do you have a consign? I needed flute so badly so I could then flute name consign. Wait, they drew 7 more? They didn't have the consign, I don't think. Oh no. Did they find it? Yeah. Neobrand losing the game themselves again. And that, friends, is why you never concede. Oh, Christ. Alright, so what the hell am I doing here? I need a cage. Chalice. Brain. Sphere, even? Yeah, I guess. So we cut Dismember? Maybe. So we have 5 cards in. What do I cut? I definitely need Bauble. I definitely need Cage. I technically don't need Soul Guide Lantern, though Soul Guide Lantern does hit their yard for Hooting Mandrills. Maybe cut Ugins. We can cut 1 7-mana value spell before we hit 9. We're on the draw, so we can go with a 9 pretty reliably here. Do we just go... Also thinking Flesh Rake is really slow here. So maybe cut this and then cut a Flesh Rake. Yeah, I think maybe do this. Cut Dismember. Cut Flesh Rake, cut Soul Guide. Yeah, let's do that. Alright. On the draw for game 2. So I'd love to see the Grafdigger's Cage more than anything, because if they have the option to... we get to dig 4 deeper... But trying to get the Tron on 3 is just unrealistic. It's just so unrealistic that they also start with 7. There's no way we get the Tron on 3. So I either need to mulligan or hope this Devourer hits. Yeah, we have to mulligan. There's no option here. Okay, there's Bauble. There's Flute. Only 1 land, though. But I think we pitch... What do we pitch? So we want Temple. We want Bobble. I want TKS. I kind of want Ugin. So I think I might pitch the map? Do I pitch the map or do I pitch the K command? Flute's nice. I keep the Ugin to keep our options open for TKS on 2. The thing is, if I play the map on 2, I'm not cracking it till 3, so I think I pitch the map. And then just hoping for the best? Yeah, I think so. Alright. Pass. So, what they should do is probably play the Allosaurus Rider on turn 1. They do not, though. There's a Swamp. That's promising. So, Vaccine Bobble? Do you have a consign? We'll stop Rider, but not Hoodie Mandrills. Okay, that resolves. Alright. Surveil. It's still like a soul land for the TKS, so they definitely don't have consign. If they had a consign, they would have consigned this. Draw. Piece of mine. We can hold the flute up. I think we hold flute, we hold K command, we'll pass. Flute does work on Beseiju, but I think in this instance that I might want to hold up flute. I guess we could go Beseiju now. The thing is, they definitely bring in Nature's Claim. They definitely bring in Force, right? So I think it's better for us to hold Flute instead. And that way, if they go Nature's Claim or force the Vexing Bobble, we can then name Allosaurus Rider at instant speed in response. Yeah, that seems right. So I think we just hold Flute. You can also name Consign and then TKS. Surveil. Yeah, exactly. There's a lot of potential lines here for Flute. Okay, there's the Nature's Claim. So the thing is, I think we have to name Rider. The reason why I say we need to name Rider is because they could go Eldritch Evolution. So I think we have to go Flute and name Rider. Allosaurus Rider. And then Bobbles out, we'll pass. Next turn we can TKS. And pass. So they can play Rider here, mind you, and pay for the flute. So they could set up for next turn, basically. But that means they're tapped out, which allows me to TKS in. They'd be down to 3 cards? No. Interesting. So my main concern here is consigned memory. You can use the K command as permission. The thing is, if they have removal for the flute, and they also have consign, then we're pretty much boned. We could K command and try and dig from the flute. No, I think we have to TKS here. And TKS. Do you have consign? TKS resolves. That's shocking. So they have Eldritch Evolution Rider. So we need to take the Rider for sure. They also have Beseiju. They had the Beseiju. Yeesh. Alright, we'll take the Rider. Rider down. You can Beseiju the flute. Unfortunately, it is a strip mine. I guess, no, it's not, because you're not hitting my land, you're hitting my flute. Right. We're fine here. So then we can dig with K command next turn. Neoformed a yard. Beseiju flute. We'll just shuffle up. Besiege you out. We'll pass. So now we can K-Command next turn. Flood Strand. They have nothing. Draw. Map. We'll play the Swamp. We're going to K-Command. X equals 4. And done. There's Tower. There's TKS. There's another K-Command. TKS feels a little bit weird here just because we can just grab another Eldritch Evolution. I guess actually it does matter because it does reduce the number of green sources in hand. Okay, that's actually true. So I'm thinking we go Gemstone bottom, K-Command top, Tower top, TKS top, draw. Cast TKS. And then TKS can grab Eldritch Evolution, which will then reduce the number of green spells. So even if they draw into Rider, they can't cast Rider without exiling the Eldritch Evolution. So now we attack. Down to 13. So now I have pressure on board. So now they can Flood Strand fetch. Also, I'm half thinking maybe I should have just put the K command on top instead of the tower next turn. Then again, if we make it that far, then we'll be able to K command for X equals 10, 12, and find all the solutions to the problems we have. And the 12. I guess by that time we should just be able to win, shouldn't we? Breeding Pool tap. They've hit up their hedge mazes. We'll pass. Yeah, I think I should have put the K command closer to the top. Alright, we draw. There's tower. We'll play the map. Go to combat. Alright, down to 4. So they would need a rider. They don't find it, we got it. Solid, solid stuff. All right, we'll be back for match number 3. All right, we're back for match number 3 on the play for game 1. This hand is hot garbage, mulligan. This hand is better-ish. Not really. Because the only thing that this hand works out well for right now, right, is mine. Mine off top or bust. That's 4 hits. Otherwise, what else can we draw into? Draw into a Flesh Raker is okay. It's not great, though, especially if it just dies on the spot. K command again is okay at best. I think I'm mulligan this as well, honestly. If they'll on the draw, I'd be more willing. This hand's better. This hand's much better. So we play Bauble on 1, Flesh Raker on 2. We pitched both Mind Stones, or I pitched the Bauble. I guess we're on to play. If this is Affinity, then I really want that Bauble on 1, right? Oh, open deck list. If this was that, then this would be so much better. I'd definitely keep. Do we pitch a Karn and a Mind Stone, or do I keep Karn? My only concern is that we don't draw into anything. Like, the Karn's uncastable. So yeah, I think I pitch a Karn Mind Stone and go for top decks. Alright, Power Plant, Vexing Bauble, pass. Alright, what are we playing against? If it's Affinity, we're going to be off to a good start. If it's anything else, I'm in a little bit more trouble. Belcher actually would be not bad with a Vexing Bauble off start. Belcher would be okay. Stops their counter magic. Stops Lotus Bloom. Oh, this actually might be Affinity. Either that or Prowess. Oh, it's Prowess. Damn. Draw. Tower. I think I still play the Temple into the Flesh Rake and hope they don't have a Bolt. Pass. I guess this does stop Lava Dart. It means they also can't plot Slickshot Show Off, so that's beneficial. Bolt. Rip. Maybe I should have waited a turn for Flesh Rake. Then we could have played Flesh Rake. I guess I couldn't play Flesh Rake and Mind Stone. Draw. Ease a temple. I will play... I don't think it really matters what I play here. A tower allows me to go in the Tron, though. So I think we go tower. We go Mind Stone. We now have access to 5 mana, 7 Eldrazi. So now we have a Devourer and Sire off top. So that's roughly, what? 6 hits, K Command, TKS, Flesh Raker. We have a ton of hits off top now. Yeah. Attack for 2, down to 17. And DRC. Draw. Ugin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're 2 short of Ugin. So I'll pass. I don't think I can crack Mind Stone or Bauble here, realistically. I guess we could crack Bauble. But that's why we don't. We'll yield all. Is it possible that they're going to try and go for a Violent Urge kill here? It's actually possible. If they do try and go for that, we could crack Bauble, try and find either Dismember or K Command. So if we see a Violent Urge attempt, I think we have to crack the Bauble at least. Draw. EI triggers. Yield all. So it looks like they're just trying to set up the top of their deck with DRC, basically. Cutter DR, really. I mean, that's 3 types now, so they just need a land. A fetch will turn on the DRCs. Wooded Foothills. So now they have 4 types for the DRCs. We could crack the Bauble. It is tempting to do, honestly. Wooded Foothill. Let's wait until the Wooded Foothill resolves. Mountain. 4. They go Dart, I guess. We hold. Oh, there's the Dart now is the problem. So now we don't want to crack the Bauble until after combat at least. Especially because they have 2 darts in yard. So this is going to be 6, 10 down to 6. If we crack the Bauble, then we're down to 4. I think we do have to crack the Bauble. We need to find something here, right? But we have to do it after combat, which is awkward. Alright. We'll take it. Down to 6. Go to end step. Crack the Bauble. Draw a card. There's Sire. That's perfect. Draw. K Command. Now I kind of wish I didn't crack the Bauble because now they have the darts. But I think we go... I mean, you have to just play the Sire 7th and hope for the best, right? Sire, best. We're down to a theoretical 4. They can dart. And if they have a Violent Urge, do they just win? Probably. I mean, if they have a Violent Urge, they win regardless. You're an opponent. You have 2 cards in hand. I'm at a theoretical 4. Do we make it a full turn cycle? Draws a card. Corey's Steel Cut. Okay. So right now we're at what? At 13 life with Sire. Bobble triggers. 1 card in hand. Growth to Yard. I mean, right now we're blocking the Monastery Swift Spear because the largest card on field, right? Bolt down to 3. So now we're at a theoretical, what, 1? Because of the lava darts. So we go up to 8. Do we die, don't we? If the bauble is on board... Yeah, if the bauble was on board, would we still die? We'd be at 10. Yeah, we die here for sure. We'd be at 10. And then we would still take... Nope, we'd still be dead. We would still be dead. Damn. Yeah, the darts absolutely just wrecked us. Even if we were at 10, it would not matter, unfortunately. But even at 8, yep, that's 11 damage. Oh, they had the third one? They must have friggin' found it off the DRCs, Jesus. Just digging deep. Well, don't even need combat damage. I mean, it's dead regardless, but even more dead now. Alright, Prowess. You do you. Alright. Let's go to sideboard here. So Vexing Bubble, Soul Guide, yes. Flutes. I mean, flutes can name a lot of things. Consign's one of them, so that's a consideration. Gemstone Caverns. Does Prowess play Moon? Let's take a look. Ease it, Prowess. Do you play Moon? No, it doesn't look like it. No, not that I can see. So we can probably cut our swamp. What do we want, though? I mean, Chalice definitely in. You want Ballista? You also could go Filigree Silex. Filigree Silex is a sweeper for the monks, right? Ballista actually might not be bad, though. It's a blocker, can ping something down as needed. Yeah, this looks correct, I think. Alright, let's run it back. On the play for game 2, this hand's a bit rough, but Devour does dig us 4 deeper. Yeah, we can keep it. We can make it work. Reveal. Trigger. Yeesh. So if we go K command, we should be able to K command pretty much the first 2 plays they have. I think we go the K command. Would have liked the land, but I think we do this. Play the temple and pass. Next turn we can K command their turn 1 play, right? So you play a Swift Spear, you play a DRC, it's going to get exiled, guaranteed. Or not. Play Abstergo and hold. Steam Vent's tapped. They could be holding up Consigned Memory. Surveil. I mean, I guess we just force the Consign here on end step, if nothing else. Yeah, let's just do that. Consigned Memory. X equals 1. Ramp and Scry Draw. Done. Fleshraker bottom. I'm gonna land here. There's a temple. That's perfect. In that case, how do we want to proceed? We can play a T-cast to clear the way, but that means our K command's offline, or we can Fleshraker to bait out the Consign. Let's do a Fleshrake here. And hold up the K command. If they have a consign, that'll bait it out. Really? You have a bolt? What in the hell? Do they have nothing? You haven't played a card for 2 turns. What is going on here? Slick shot show off. Okay. We have Dismember, so if you just pump this to hell and back, I can just kill it. The only way out would be double mutagenic growth. Oh my god. 3 baubles. What? I mean, do I just dismember here? If I dismember, right, I'll go down to 16. If they double mutagenic growth, how much damage is that? I go down to 16. It would be 4, 8, 15 damage. Is that right? So that there's no way they have double mutagenic growth, right? I'm gonna come to regret that statement. They have double mutagenic growth and I don't know, freaking bolt. They just win as an OTK. Do I just dismember here? Yeah, you're probably right. We're probably fine just taking the 7. Fine. They have something else. They 1000% have something else. What is it? Play the mutagenic growth. Do it. Do it. You know you want to. Two, 4, 5, 6. We're 1 short on Devourer. They so have something. They're wrestling the same thing of me as me. Like, do I go for it? I don't know. Do I? Oh boy. What else do they have? Lava Dart? Lava Dart would be an option, yeah. Bring me down to 19, go up to 9, 11, down to 8. I mean, they can't OTK. I guess they can OTK me. If they have growth, bolt. Growth, bolt OTKs me. 1000%. Otherwise, what? Lava Dart. 2, 4, 6. Would be 13. So Dart doesn't do it. Dart would only be 13 damage. Bolt would get them up to 16. Yeah, Dart double growth does. All right, there's the growth number 1. So unless they have triple growth here, right? We can't let this resolve unless they have triple growth. Because the second growth does not save it. Dismember. And there we go. All right. Bob will target me. Bob will target self. Bob will target me. I mean, I guess you could have bobbled again after I drawn, but you want to draw your 3. Yield to all. Draw. I mean, do we play the TKS to clear the way, or do we play the K command? I think we play the TKS, because then we still have a K command X equals 1 available. Yeah, let's play the TKS to clear the way. Flesh Rake will trigger. There's a consign. That's fine. Yep. So now we have a K command, X equals 1. We'll attack for 2 down to 14. 4 in hand. We still have a K command on hold. Next turn we can also devour if needed. Preordain resolves. Which means they don't have any creatures. It means they don't have a Corey Steelcut in hand. It means they don't have any creatures of prowess. So they're looking for creatures now. 2 top, 0 bottom, draw. Dart. I'll hold. And do we phase change or K command here? I think we just hold. No reason to K command. I guess you could... Really? That's pretty aggressive. Alright. So they want to keep me off of 7, basically. Basically, they're trying to make sure I don't hit Sire, I guess. Which might tell me that they don't have a consign. Play the mine. I mean, it's kind of the same idea. We're just going to TKS, hold up, K command. You have another consign. You can consign both triggers, admittedly. Yep, that's fine. We'll always yield the trigger. 2 cards in hand and 3 mana. Unlikely they can win on the spot, so we're going to attack in for 2 down to 10. And if we need a block, we got his K command for 0, I suppose. Wooded Foothill, Surveil, DRC. Okay. And Preordain. Preordain resolves. Grove to Yard. And top, draw. Holding. Draw. K command. So we can K command twice here then. Yes. In that case, let's start by ramp and exile DRC 1 time. Done. Does this resolve? It does. So DRC is down. We now get to hold another K command. We can attack for 2 down to 5. 1, 2, 3. No, we're unfortunately short 1, I think, on winning, right? Because 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're short 1. So they fetch, we can win on the spot. So what's that last card in hand that they held? Because didn't they top draw? Yeah, they top draw. Corey Steelcut. Okay. And draw. Expedition map is mana neutral. We'll crack. Well, we'll play the map. Now, if they try and bolt the Flash Rakery, win on the spot. And go to combat. Swing for 2. Yeah, nothing else we really need to do short of just hold command. I guess I can crack the map, though. Crack the map. And grab another temple. Play the temple and hold the K command. We can just be very patient here and just win at instant speed if they try and interact in any meaningful way. Bone scoops it up, we'll take the win. Alright. Let's move to game 3. We can cut the chalice, bring in the gemstone, run it back that way. Alright, let's hope they don't have the nuts. I mean, to be fair, they almost did. That slick shot was primed and ready to kill me. But I guess they didn't have the OTK based on what we saw. No. Well, I guess they could have had Dart. Mutagenic Grove, Dart. That would have been 4, 6, 8, 10, plus the 7. I mean, it would have been pretty close. I think I would have been at either 1 or 2. Yeah. Alright. So opponent bring in... Alright, I guess opponent would have already brought in consigns. More interaction, Mind Stones, Flesh Rake. All seem good. We'll keep. We'll pass. Beyond the draw here is a little worse for wear, but no... Ooh. We'll play the Mine in case we do draw into the Power Plant. Wooded Foothills. Surveil. So a slow start from opponent. No turn one plays, either that or holding up Consign again. I don't like Consign on the draw. It's just, it is objectively worse, like stats-wise. Chalice on the draw is much worse. Hence why I always usually will cut it on the draw. On the play, it's always going to be subjectively better because we can then just go lab, chalice on one, etc. Steam Vent Shock for Corey Steelcut. Corey Steelcut resolves. Means we're now... Ooh. Interesting. Well, there's Tron. Do we play the Mind Stone, or do we hold up a K command to exile the Monk? I think we hold the K command to exile the Monk. You don't exactly need more mana next turn, right? And the Mind Stones can make tokens for blockers. Bolt. Target me down to 17. We must not have any creatures in hand. Either that or holding up the Consign. Bolt. Down to 14. The only problem with X on the Monk now is if we do eat a Consign, it does mean that the Monk will get buffed a bit. But only by 1. We go down to 11. Then they're tapped out. Let's go to combat. I think we will try and go through the Consign, basically. And done. You can sign this. We'll take 1 more damage. Okay, no Consign. That they're holding. TCAS in hand. Play the tower. Let's start with the Flesh Raker. Does Flesh Raker resolve? Play Mind Stone because it's mana neutral. Play Mind Stone because it's mana neutral. Do I TCAS here or hold up the K command? I feel like we might want to hold up the K command. Then again, we can hold up the Dismember as well. They're at 3 cards in hand. Let's go TKS. This way we can hold up Dismember and also strip a card out of hand. Really? Interesting. Holding the Consign that entire time. Huh. So whatever you have in hand you really like. That's interesting to me. Fiery Isla. Is this a Slick Shot? Okay, that's a Slick Shot. I guess that's why. Maybe it's our only creature. Violent Urge. In response, we're going to Dismember that. And pass. I'll take the 2 here. Down to 8. We'll draw. How much damage can I deal him right now? I think I can win, right? So we can just K command and ramp Scrydraw. That's X equals 9. I mean, if I find another K command, I just win on the spot, right? Actually, no, I think I just win regardless. Bottom. Because we're going to deal another 9 damage. Then we can just Sire. Bottom. We also have double Flesh Rake. We can just go, yeah. Top, draw, and all the triggers. Not to mention lethal from just attacking. And there we go. Cool. And we got there. Solid stuff. We'll be back for match number 4. Alright, we're back for match 4. On the draw for game 1. We 1010% keep this. Let's see my Thoughtseize on 1. Nope, Steam Vents. Is it Prowess again? This hand might be slow on the draw. I mean, if we're able to get Karn on board, and then get Trinisphere down, maybe. Map, pass, and pass. Scouting turn, fetch 16. Slick shot, show off. Yeah, this might be too slow. We might lose. Draw. Tower. We'll play the power plant. We pass. EI. Triggers. I guess I could... Is there a world where I should on end step grab Abstergo to shrink the DRC? Probably not, right? But I guess we could fetch for another tower. I guess we could still fetch for the Abstergo. Just the... Try and thin the deck so we can get into like a Sire 7 death. Unless, do we just get OTK'd here? Violent Urge on Slick Shot? No shot, you're going for it. Lightning Bolt, okay. And I mean, it's not okay, but... And that is 8 damage down to 7. Yikes. We'll crack for Abstergo. Again, just a thin. We'll draw. Flute. So we can K-command Slick Shot, right? So let's start there. We will K-command Slick Shot, show off. We'll ramp and exile. X equals 2. So Slick Shot down. And then I will cast Karn the Great Creator. From Karn the Great Creator, we can go Tormod's Crypt to shrink the DRC. Minus Karn. Next turn we can always Abstergo if Karn does die. So we'll go Tormod's Crypt. And now we hold. So now we can shrink the DRC. We can block out the spawn if needed. Corey Steel Cut or another Slick Shot. Ooh. We're just dead? Son of a... yeah, I think we might just be dead. DRC... Because Slick Shot will get up to 5. We're down to 5. I mean, the other option is we could have just went Karn for Trinisphere and hope that was enough. Would that have been enough? DRC would have been at 3. They could have darted once. Huh. Yeah, we're just dead. They go to attacks. Let's make sure they attack correctly. Attack me, attack me. Yep. Tormod's Crypt, target you. Doesn't matter though. We take the 5, we lose. If they would have just been able to dart me down to what, 6? It would have been... No, they'd still would have had lethal. Damn. Alright, yeah, we couldn't do anything. Alright. Unfortunate. Let's go to sideboard then. So we're gonna want Chalice. I think we brought in Ballista and cut what? We can cut the swamp. We can cut the gemstone. I think that was it. Yes. Yep. Okay. Yeah, if we were on the play there, we'd been in a much better position, but on the draw, we're just a little bit slow. K command would be decent. Of course, power plant. Let's go for it. K command, power plant, what else? That's kind of about it. I guess Flash Raker helps out a bit. At least on turn 1, we can go Soul Guide so we can shrink the DRC as needed. Reveal Devour or Trigger. Power plant, power plant. Show me the power plant. No power plant. There's Chalice, but there's also Lab. I mean, Chalice on 1 next turn's relevant, I think. Alright. Let's go for Chalice then. I think that's right. Yep, let's go Chalice. We'll play the Mine, play the Soul Guide, and pass. And pass. DRC. Alright, we draw. Chalice of the Void, X equals 1, and pass. So now we're still looking for power plant, 4 hits off the top. TKS is decent. Slick Shot. Mishra's Bauble. Yikes. K command would be good here. Power plant would be good here. So roughly 8 hits off top then. Draw and draw. Damn. Playing the temple really doesn't do much here, does it? No. So in that case, we play the mine. In case we play draw into the power plant. Yep, probably the better move. Alright. We'll pass. So if they do get Delirium, then we can shrink their yard. We also have Flute. What do we even want to flute here is the question. Scouting Tarn fetch. Mountain. Chalice trigger. Yield all. The thing is, they're just going to continue to grow the Slick Shot. There's a DRC. Have an attack. And then, yeah, we'll just shrink their yard. Maybe we go Flute for Consign. Bolt triggers. Yeesh, man. Blue for Consign on Spell Pierce. Oh, that's fine. Well, not really fine, to be honest, but here we are. How much damage is this now? Yeesh. Sitting at 8 down to 8. Alright. I'm in danger. We'll take it down to 8. Power plant or K command, please. Ooh, dismember. Isa temple. Oof. What the hell do I do here? Would I even want to flute? What would be the most dangerous card they could draw into right now? Lava Dart, since they can cast it twice? Because I'm dead to 3, 5. That's a lot, honestly. I guess we hold the flute, hold dismember. And we just name consign now? I guess, yeah, iteration could be. Yeah, let's do that. EI. Expressive iteration. And hold dismember. We have a dismember. They draw a card to the fight. Isla. Dart. Does the dart kill me? Well, actually, I guess we can, again, we can dismember the slick shot, so we can always reduce the amount of damage we're intaking. Well, at the very least, go to 1 off the DRC. Yes. Do they have another? I mean, I think we just have to dismember here, right? Down to 3. So DRC or Delirium wins. They can't consign. I either need a temple, so temple, K command, Ugin's lab, power plant. We have so many hits off top. Go. Seriously? That's 6. We're one short of Devour. Jesus. Did they get Delirium? They win. Attack for 1. Down to 2. Now I can sign up. Map. Oh, you gotta be joking me. Okay, I'll pass. I'll pass. Again, Delirium kills me. No Delirium yet. Alright, we're down to 1, folks. I need this Ugin. But, oh man. They can consign. So I need to Devour? Alright, land? Oh, that's huge. Okay. So let's assume they're playing consign. So we can do this. We can cast Devour. So then we have 7 left over. Target, yield all. Do we eat a consign? Come on, show it. Show it to me. Do it, opponent. No consign. Ugin? Ugin resolve? Yield all? Ah, wait, what is this? What are you doing? Is it a consign? You are bold as hell, opponent. That was okay. Bold move, but I respect it. Alright. Ugin down. We got a body on board. No shot. Freaking slick shot show off for the win. Opponent, that was masterfully done, holding the consign for what I was playing second. Well played. Oh, damn. I was really hoping that the Devour trigger would have gone to consign, then the Ugin would hit board. Alright. Well, we'll be back for match number 5. Alright, and we're back for match number 5 on the play for game 1. Oda and I are just commiserating how we haven't run into each other recently. I mean, I think we go for the lab line, right? Go for the lab line, hope to draw into Tron, or draw into Karn. If not, we play the TKS. Yeah, I think that's right. Alright, let's go for it. They will mulligan to 6. Yeah, Odin and I actually collaborated a lot post-ring ban around E-Tron before I made the jump over the E-ramp. So it's cool always running into them. It's you start once you play enough MTGO, you realize how small the community is, especially if in like specific formats like Modern. The community is exceptionally small. We'll pass. So we're gonna probably go TKS unless we draw into Karn. He's a tower. He's a map. I would love a Karn right now. Karn I think would just win the game. We draw Karn. Map. But I think I still go for TKS here. He's a TKS. What do we see? We see Karn. We take a Karn. Karn is down. And pass. They must have drawn into the Devourer on their turn. We can dismember the Flesh Rakes. I'm not as worried about that. There's Power Plant, but they have Tron. We draw. He's a Swamp. I will play the map. So now we can play Ugin next turn. They can play the Devour as a blocker, but that's fine. Attack with TKS. Crack the map for Tron. So mine. We'll play the mine. Don't even need to wait to click that off. So they play the Devour as a blocker, go for the Flesh Rake. Flesh Rake we dismember. I think the Devour makes sense. Nope, gonna go Flesh Rake Mindstone. Oh, don't tell me you drew into Karn. Freaking Thoughtseize bug. Swear to God. Alright, we will crack the map. We crack the map. They might be running Needle on the side, so I feel like I can't tap the Ugin. Because what I would love to do is tap the Ugin's Lab and then draw off the Mind Stone, but I don't think I can in good faith. I think I need to do it like this in case they do have a Needle. I will grab Tower. I'm not sure they have Needle. Needle is less common in the sideboard, but I'd rather not risk it. So I think I'll just play it safe here. Do we dismember? We dismember Flesh Rake. No, I think I'll hold. Yeah, we have to hold. Isa Karn. Karn -4 that. Probably liquid metal coating, I'd imagine. Yep. So in that case, we can do a few things. I could dismember now. Go to end step. Return Ugin now or dismember now? Return Ugin now. Return Ugin. And Vidra. He's a Flesh Rake. So we can't play both. We dismember the Flesh Rake and Ugin. I suppose I could Ugin, then play Flesh Rake, and then dismember. The thing is they're likely to flute next turn, right? Ugin target nothing. So really this Ugin's going to be a draw one. I guess that would mean then they don't liquid metal coat me. So no, I think we play the Ugin, we draw a card here. Yeah, we'll draw. Draw into another Ugin. I will dismember the Flesh Rake. Flesh Rake down. Oh, no shot. You have your own freaking dismember. Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm in danger now. Because I feel like they should probably go flute name Ugin and then liquid metal coating. mean, I guess it reduces only by 3. What's this? Your own Ugin? I guess if you have your own Ugin, maybe you don't want to, but you're going to have to at some point. I guess you could liquid metal coating my Ugin as well. So take 0 your Ugin, play the coating, then just target my Ugin. It was good that we got rid of that 1 mana, though. Otherwise, they could have Karn minused for either Leveler or for Extinguisher Battleship. Mind Stone. What else you got? Karn minus for Flute. Yep, that checks out. Yes, a Flute. You should tap the mind. Okay. Yeah, okay. Coding. And then Flute. Could have been a little bit more mana efficient, but maybe it doesn't matter. Yes, a Flute. Name Ugin. So now I think my best... Oh, I see. You wanted to crack the Mind Stone. That makes more sense now. Okay. 4 cards in hand. We draw. What's my best draw here? Wait, why not the tower? Oh. Okay. We draw. Play the Flesh Raker. Trigger, no targets. Yield to all. Methinks I just lose here, right? We shouldn't play the power plant. Play the swamp on the off chance they go for a power plant. Not sure why they would. And, I mean, we pass in full. What's my out here? Do I even have one at this rate? I guess Karn can plus, Karn can't minus, so... There goes the tower. Tower down. We have 4, 5 mana once we untap. So we're not out. We find our own Flute or Karn. We might be able to get back into the match. I mean, our own Karn would probably be the best thing we could draw into. There's Devourer. We need a Karn. Draw. Yes, a map. Too bad I can't activate the map, but I can get a spawn. Yes, a spawn. Triggers. Always yield. Always yield. Always yield. And resolve. Play the power plant, and we shall pass. No attacks. Tis a lab. 8 mana. Tux Ugin. 3 in hand. Coding hits mine. Makes sense to me. You still have enough for Flute or Karn. TKS. Could be another Karn. Another Karn. Another one. Minus Karn for what? You have 5 mana left over. Imagine you grab Battleship, Ballista. Ballista to ping down the Flesh Rake, I suppose? Yeah, that is an option. That way I don't just win off of Flesh Rake triggers alone. Attack for 6. I'll take 6 down to 12. Vija. Play Z Tower and V Pass. What will opponent grab now? They could grab Battleship. I mean, they can kill me with so much right now. Battleship knocks me down a card. I think Battleship ends the game because at that point, I don't think I have an out. TKS eats Ugin, that's fine. Karn plus, we can block. Yeah, it gives me another turn. Draw. Alright, well, I mean, if you have another Ballista, you just win on the spot. Actually, so, funny interaction here. Odin could have won here. So, they should have Liquid Metal Coating target Karn, or Karn plus on Flute, right? Like, I'm empty-handed, I can't do anything. They could have just done that. But that's actually one really fun interaction a lot of people forget about. If you do need 4 extra damage for lethal, Liquid Metal Coating target Karn, Karn targets self, and then Karn becomes a 4-4. We will draw. It's an all is dust. Alright, we'll concede. Alright. Sad. Thoughtseize bug noises. Alright, what do we want here? Vexing Bubble has some utility, Soul Guy not so much. Gemstones, Swamp do not. Stonebrain in. Leveler in. Ballista in? Chalice doesn't really do much here, I don't think. Yeah, I guess we can just bring Ballista in. Chalice really doesn't do much. Okay. Let's run it back. Trying to think what their sideboard plan is. It should be pretty similar. On the play for game 2. And we're here to play Tron, so let's go for it. It's off the top. Devourer time. Reveal Devourer. Trigger. Show me a power plant. I'm going to exile all of the above, right? I mean, there's a card. I would like. So, I guess we could go Karn, go Mine, Temple, K command, question mark? I guess map, Temple, Crack, Soul Land. Yeah. It's a Karn on 3, but on the play it's a little bit tolerable. Yeah, fine, we'll go Karn. Play the map, and pass. And pass. Temple. Map. Draw. Isakarn. Temple. Pass. If I get TKS, that would be unfortunate. Power plant. No TKS. Could be a flesh rake, though. Our board state's looking very similar right now. I feel like we're both angling for Karn on 3 is the funny part. Go to end step. They also could have a flute in hand. End step. Crack the map. I will grab the lab. You know what that means, Odin? It's Karn time. We double Karn. I will tuck Devour Ugin. Ugin does end games, but Devour is a decent blocker here. But we have a Cakeman as a blocker as well, so I think we still tuck the Devourer. Isakarn, do you have a flute? Or do you crack your map? Damn, I was right. Alright, he has a flute. Name's Karn the Great Creator. And the pass. At least now their map is bricked. Next turn we can K command, dig a bit deeper. Unless they TKS it, of course. Do you has a TKS? Mindstone, nope. Could just be a hand of bricks. Okay. We have our flute now. Interesting. I mean, I think I just go K command here, hold flute. The other option is to play the Mind Stone K command. I think I want to hold the K command because if they play their own Karn, then... Well, I guess they can't play their own Karn. Karn would be 7, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, they can't play their own Karn. So I guess we could just play the Mind Stone, then the K command. And then we go X equals 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, we'll go Mind Stone then, hold up the K command. Alright. Use another Mind Stone. And full of bricks. End step. K command. X equals 2. Temple and power plant. I do want to land here, admittedly. I think I will go for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Tempted to go for the temple here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I'll go for the temple for a land drop for turn. And draw. Fleshy Rake. So, unironically, I'm really tempted to flute, so that way they can't flute my Ugin. Otherwise, we play the Flesh Rake. Excuse me. I think I'm just going to send the Ugin. Ugin. Isa Ugin. And done. And Yudol. Plus the Ugin draw a card. We draw into another Ugin. We pass. And pass. And pass. Alright, so Ugin presents a 2-turn clock. Opponent will scoop it up. We got the win. So let's go to game 3. And we want the gemstone back in... What do I got for the gemstone? I suppose... Probably should cut dust, honestly. Probably should have cut dust in general. Yeah. Alright, cool. Run it back. On the draw for game 3. I mean, if this hand had either a map or another Tron land, I'd be tempted, but as it stands, big ol' no. We will mulligan. Oh, that's tempting. We have 8 hits off top, a Dismember, Karn. What do we pitch? A second plant? A bit risky, otherwise we have no... Yeah, I'll pitch a plant. 8 hits off top. Done. Opponent reveals Devourer. And we'll pass in full. See what you exile. Makes me think they have Tron in hand. Nope. Temple. Draw. Not the Tron land I wanted to see. Alright, we hold Dismember. And hold. Isa Lab, tuck the Devourer, I'd imagine. And then TKS? No, holding K command. Draw. Alright, 4 hits off the top for Tower for Tron. Show me the K command. And there it is. Do I care to keep him underneath 7 Eldrazi right now? I don't think so. I mean, a Sire would absolutely suck, admittedly, but I think I need Dismember for other things. Yeah, Lab would also be good off the top here. Temple. Any Soul Land would do well, but I'd definitely love a Tower. I'll hold the Dismember. Tears of Mine. Do you play a Sire 7 Death? Looking like a Flesh Rake instead. It will resolve. I think I... Oh, is it Karn on top of which? I'll dismember the Flesh Rake now. I need a Soul Land. I need a Soul Land or a Tower. So we have 12 hits off top. Because that way we can at least TKS the Liquid Metal Coating out of hand. Draw. Welp, methinks that might be the game. I mean, we'll play the Flesh Rake. We'll pass. And pass. I mean, I guess I'm not out yet. They play the Liquid Metal Coating. They eat the Power Plant. Again, a Soul Land would help some. And Dismember? Yup. Alright, I need a Soul Land here. Ideally a Lab. I think a Lab is the best case scenario. Okay, at that point I think it's GG's because, yeah, GG's. I have no recourse once I go below one land here, because then we're just stuck in an endless loop. Alright, we concede. Unfortunate way to lose, but sometimes you play the numbers, and sometimes the numbers play you. With that being said, that there will be 3-2 at the end of 5. Not a bad record. Pretty solid matches overall, so cannot complain about that. With that being said, that there will be the end of today's YouTube video. As always, if you did enjoy it, please do consider hitting the like button. Comment down below if you did see any lines that I missed, any mistakes that I made, or any general feedback. Be much appreciated. For as much that I hope you all learn from me in both my success and failures, I hope I can learn from you all as well. Last but not least, if you've ever reached the point of the video and haven't already, please do consider hitting that subscribe button as we continue to grow this channel. However, if you do want to watch these videos recorded live over on Twitch, I am live Mondays through Thursdays at 10 p.m. CST and Fridays through Sundays at 8 p.m. CST for the weekend challenges. Otherwise, you can head over to my Patreon, where you can get early access and watch the videos ad-free, as well as support me monetarily. With that being said though, folks, I will see y'all next time. Bye-bye!